Hey guys, this is Tony here at our cabin in the woods, and I've got to do a small little project today. What's going on here at the house electrically? It's only happened when we were using our vacuum, and most likely it was when we turned it off. We would blow the circuit breaker and it would control these lights and that one wall plug that's over here. That one wall plug also controls the fireplace fan motor. So, it happens once in a very blue moon. I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, but it is only with the vacuum, except for once. We've been here 6 years. It's happened several times. I always thought it was a vacuum because I tried to duplicate with everything else. Nothing happened, and I always thought it was the switch. And then here we've been, it's been cold. And, or the fan for the fireplace, it will shut off after the fireplace cools down. So we can be in bed and the hot air from the fireplace is still blowing in the house. Which is great because our heater never, when it's 20 out or 0 or 30, basically this heater never comes on in the house. And then I could throw my last log in the house, in the fire at around 11, and at 4 in the morning the blower shuts down, and then I have the house programmed for my wife because she likes it warm in the bathroom in the mornings. It's programmed to kick on about 4:45. They heat up the house real fast to what temp she likes for a couple hours, and then the heater's off. So, but what happened was the fan kicked off on the fireplace and it blew the breaker. And I happened to be, it was about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning the other day, and I thought I heard a pop in the house. And I was like, what was that noise? Fell back asleep, not thinking. My wife got up and said, hey, the power's off again in the house on electrically in the kitchen. And it's only the lights in that one, not that, well, it would be that wall socket, but also fireplace. I contacted my electrician that did the house. I know him for a long time. And he says, Tony, you can fix it. It's the breaker that's on the house. I guess these breakers are shock or what the heck they call it, spark resistant. I forgot what they're called, or not resistant. But what happens is if you have a like when you turn the switch off on the vacuum, you could cause a spark in the switch or whatever. It would pop that breaker. And so that he says these breakers are like your ground fault breakers outside your house. They're very sensitive, and you probably have one that's weak, and it does it because it never did it all the time. I checked for shorts, I shut the power down, looked, I could never find nothing wrong. But it was always with the vacuum, except for that one time. So I called the guy, he told me I need to get a new breaker. Here it is, and has the reset button on it and all that. I was shocked when he told me it was $72.12. I guess the old days of breakers are over. $72. Oh, anyway, I had to have it. So what I've got to do is I'm going to have to kill power into the house. I'm heading in here. And I'll show you what breaker it is. It is, it's this breaker right here. So I'm going to pull the cover off. And I'm going to pull the old breaker out, and I'll show you the new one. Well, I just showed you the new one, but anyway, I'll show you me putting in a new breaker, and we'll go from there. All right, let me get going with this cover, and I'll catch back up with you. I'm pretty sure everybody knows how to take the cover off a panel, but here's your panels, your screws, all of them. I've got 6. That comes out. Realistically, you need a kill of power to the house when you pull this panel off. I mean, I hate to see you drop that panel, a corner of it, hit the power, and your body's ground. This is power, your ground. You'll get zapped real quick. So I got a helmet, I got a light for my head, and I'm going to go ahead and kill the power to the house, and I'm going to take this cover off, And once I get the cover off, in all reality, I'm going to try to videotape me with this, but I got a feeling you're not going to see it because it's going to be too dark. But anyway, I'll bring along and I'll see what the video comes out to, and we'll go from there. A lot of people don't know, I kicked the power back on once I pull this plate off. Our goal is we're going to take out this circuit breaker. So we'll have to loosen up that screw, and this breaker actually will pull apart, rotate this direction, and then you pull it out. So let me go ahead. I'm going to, now that I've got the power back on with the light on, I'm going to go ahead and kill the power, and then we're going to go ahead and take this thing out. The power is dead. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. In all reality, this camera is not going to be good to what I've got to do. So I'm going to have to hold the camera and try to do this. And I mean, power's off, so I'm okay. So what we're going to have to do is, there's a screw right here. And I'm trying, guys, to be able to show you, and I might not be able to. I've got to loosen up this one screw, the white. I got to loosen up the black. But from what I can see, it looks like that white travels down and around. I traced it already, and it's down to this right here. There's two whites. I'm going to go ahead and pull that out. Power is off. We are dead. I killed the main breaker. Breaker is off. I loosened up the black wire. Black wire is out of the way to this. Now what we've got here is this wire comes around here, goes under, and comes out right there. So I believe that's the right wire. That is the right wire. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put behind here just a little bit, not much, because power is off, and I'm going to pry. You can see I'm prying, and that circuit breaker's coming out. I know the lighting's terrible. Ain't nothing I can do. All right, this is my bad breaker. And let me go grab my new one, and I'll take this outside so we can look at it real quick. Here's the new breaker. They say that these things are kind of like the your ground fault on your house, but it's supposed to eliminate, if you have a shock, it will kill this breaker. And this is the problem I've been having. I guess it's supposed to limit the amount of shock that goes through these things. So none of my other breakers do it at all. I've had to vacuum in all my other breakers and turn it off a bunch, and I can never duplicate it except for on this system. So this is the new one. Believe it or not, like I said a minute ago, that's $72 is what it cost me just now. Well, a little while ago. 20 amp. Take these two screws, 1 and 2, loosen them up so I can stick this back in here, and then reinstall this new one, and we'll go from here. So let me get these screws loosened up. Okay, I'm going to use my screwdriver to point. Here's my new breaker. Here's my new line. It went into this plug right here, and I've got this tight witch plug right here, that plug right there. And you tighten these things down really good. Don't be afraid to tighten these down. These are made to be extremely tight. Just wail on them, get them tight. They got to be tight, you don't be loosened. So now, let's go ahead. I'm going to make this look pretty when I'm done, but right now, so I can show you what we got to do, here's my breaker. This piece right here has to slide in down there. You can see that right there. I'm gonna, you see how that right there? It has to slide in. So I'm just going to show you what's going to happen. This has to go this way. All right, has to go in, and you can literally feel it catch. I mean, if you don't feel it catch, you're not there. So put it in there. You're going to pull it to the left a little bit, and it hooked it, and now we're going to push it in. And you guys seen it go in. It's locked in its spot. So now what I need to do is go backwards. I need to install my, wherever you see the white wire here, that white wire, I hate working in the dark, guys, so I'm sorry. But that white wire there is the one that was part of this, is actually where the white wire to this is going to connect right above it. Let me connect it and I'll show it to you. Try to show you what I'm doing. White wire goes right above it. We are in its spot. Let me tighten that down. Okay. That one's tight for right this second. The black one goes right beside it. It'll go right there. Let's put the black one in its spot. Okay, I believe black is in its spot. All right, there. This is back in. You've got the white and you got the black. They are tight. They're back in. The breaker is off right now. Breaker is off. There's your black and your white is back on. There is that other wire right here that's connected back up. So for just a minute, I'm going to put the power back on. All right, I'm going to flip this switch on. There we go. And it looks like it's that flashed for a second, I think. I think it wants you to test it. All right, we're back on. And just, you know, CYA. I think you all know what that means. Cover your So, I am not an electrician at all. I know enough I can get hurt. So you kill the power. You see me on my other videos. I put in security lights. And I have a tool to check to make sure the power's off. I knew power's off here because I killed the main breaker. The whole house shut down. I'm fine. But I am not an electrician. Make sure you all know that. Not at all. Like I said, I know enough to get in trouble. But I don't do that. I just back off. I call an expert when I have a problem. So we'll just go from here. We're going to be testing it using this vacuum. And, you know, since the breaker popped the last time, it hasn't done it at all. You know, I've had the fireplace on a bunch. So it's so erratic when it does it. I don't know. But that electrician guy that I know that wired my house, he told me put this in. And if I still have another problem with it, then he's coming out. He's going to do a complete search. He told me how to search for shorts. I've already done that. Look for it. I had my meter. I don't see it. So he's pretty firm about being a vacuum and that switch or the fan motor shutting off for the fireplace. All right, guys. I'm going to get going. Thanks for watching this, guys. You all have a great day. Be safe. If you don't know what you're doing with electrical, back out. Don't touch it. You don't need to be dead. I kind of know, and big thing, you kill the power always. All right, guys, like I'm going to do here in a minute, I'm going to retighten that down again. Here I go, blabbing. I will kill power to retighten it so I don't make a mistake and grab the handle for whatever reason something happens. Have a good night. We'll talk to you later. Thanks again. Bye.